afternoon, boys and girls, moms and dads. Today we are going to start some spring planting. I know it's a little early in the season, but this is our next unit coming up. So I thought I would use something that I have at home because all the other seeds that I have for school are at school. Whoopsie, my camera's flipping. Okay, so I took some beans, and hopefully you might have some bean seeds at home. And I put them in my little cup. You see, to soak, to open up their coats. You don't have to do that for very long, just a couple of minutes. Once you see the coats opening up, I'll pull them out so you can see better, or shriveling and wrinkling, then you know you're ready to plant. So I hope you guys can see this. Okay, can you see how the coats are starting to shrivel up and they're cracking at the sides? This one here cracked on this side. So that means theirs are ready to plant. Did you guys know that seeds have coats? That's something that we just learned. Seeds have coats. Just like in the spring when you get the warm weather and then some days you get cold, the seeds need protection from the cold weather, and they've got their coats that keep them warm, just like we wear coats in the springtime to keep us warm on the days that it's cold. So let's get this down and see if you guys can see this better. I have collected 4 different kinds of containers. My containers are just from the lids of your laundry detergent. You can use anything. You can use plastic cups. You can even use the muffin liners that we wrote letters in for an activity that time. You can reuse these, whatever you want. So the first experiment that we're going to try is wrapping up a paper towel and putting it in my cup. Oh, but before you put it in the cup, make sure mummies and daddies drill some little holes or make a little small holes at the bottom. You can use a pin, you can use a drill, you can put a nail through it, just a little hole so that the water can leave, so that it doesn't get too wet, because if it gets too wet, then you're drowning your seed and it will not live. Okay, come on. My little spray container was working bottle a little earlier. There we go. So I'm just going to spray to make sure my paper towel is nice and moist, because there are 3 things that seeds need to grow. They need soil, that's 1. They need the sun, that's 2. And they need water, so that's 3. So now you're wondering, why am I putting a paper towel here? That's not soil. No, it's not, but I just wanted to put the paper towel in because we're going to experiment to see if things can grow in the paper towel. So I put my seed here at the front, and the reason I used clear containers is so that every day we're going to be able to look at them and see what's happening to our seed. I'm lucky that I've got a nice window here, nice and close, so I'm going to stick it in the window. So this seed is going to be, I'm going to label it so we can keep an eye on it, and you guys can follow me every day when we do our class. Maybe I'll put the sticker on the back so we don't hide the seed. And this one says paper towel and water. So this seed is going to stay in the paper towel, and we're going to keep giving it a little bit of water every day. So that's experiment number 1. Will our seed grow in the paper towel and the water? Okay, in container number 2, I'm going to add some soil, and you can get some soil from outside. Maybe if you've already got a plant inside, and you can take a little bit of soil from there. You don't need a whole bunch of soil, just a little bit. So Mrs. K put a little bit of soil here. I'm going to try and put our seeds close to the edge so we can see what's happening. So I'm going to put the seed at the edge, and then I'm going to cover it up with the soil so we can still see what's happening when it grows. Maybe I'll add just a little bit more soil. There we go. So this one, we're going to give it the soil. We're going to put it in the window so it can have sun. And we're going to spray it with water every day and see what happens to our little bean plant. So maybe mummies and daddies at home plant different things. They could plant herbs, tomatoes, onions, garlic. So maybe if you guys want to try this at home, maybe mummies and daddies have something else they'd like to plant, and you can help them do that and watch your things grow. But if you don't have anything to plant, that's okay, because we're going to keep watching it every morning in our class. We're going to have a look at it. So that's our experiment number 2. And then our experiment number 3 is going to be, we're not going to put this one in the sun. So Mrs. K is going to put soil in the bottom. And I'm going to take out my soaking bean seed and put it down at the bottom. And we're going to give this one water. But this one's not going to get any sun. So I wrote here, no sun. So Mrs. K is going to find a nice dark spot in her house that she's going to put it. We're going to still give it water every day, but we're not going to let it see the sun. We're going to try and find out what things are the most important things for our seeds to grow. So there's our 3rd experiment. And our last experiment, we're going to add the soil. Oh, this one's a little bit of a bigger cup. So I'm going to add a little bit more soil, and Mrs. K has the tray on the bottom because she's making a mess here, and that's why I put the tray, so I wouldn't make a mess. So you make sure you ask your mummies and daddies to help you, and they can watch you so you don't make a nice big mess at home. And this one I'm just going to put 2 seeds in. Maybe on the other ones I'll add another seed too. And we said this one, it's going to have the seeds, it's going to have the soil, it's going to have the sun, but no water. So I'm going to label this one no water. And we're going to see if this grows. I wonder if you can make a prediction. What do you think? Which one do you think is going to grow? Or are they all going to grow? Which one may not grow? And what do you think is most important? Soil, water, or sun? 3 things that plants need. So, hope you had fun. Hope you guys have a little bit of soil and a little bit, just any kind of container, and you can plant anything that you can think of at home. Some of you guys have noticed when you guys are eating apples, there's seeds in the middle. Maybe when you eat your next apple, you can save those seeds and plant those next time and show me. When you guys eat oranges, there's a little seed inside. It's too early for the pit fruits like peaches, well, at least Ontario peaches, but maybe you can plant one of those and see what happens. I'd love to hear and find out what you're planting. Okay, till next time, bye-bye.